Bear kept saying the day we lose, when I get run off the field, when he's fighting Katie, Saturday, he wanted to get shot with arrows to be killed. And I'm like, ooh, we'll see, you know? Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. Enjoy your Sunday.
Hi, I'm Jamie. I'm Jamie Farthing. I should start over. Say my whole name. All right. Hi, I'm Jamie Farthing. I'm an author, a filmmaker. I also run a little ragtag group of people called The Wild. The group was started by a man named Rhino, who's awesome. We're still friends to this day. He started the group, and he had to leave the group about 2 years after I joined. That was like 97 or 98. At that time, the Wild were a whole group of 4. Well, 5. One ended up leaving because he wouldn't be led by a woman. So that was fun. And here we are, 2023. I've been Queenie since then. Yeah, long time. This damn circus has been mine for many years. So the Wild are the misfits. What society, especially in the 90s, would have considered less than. You weren't the popular kid. You probably didn't have a lot of friends. Maybe you were really nerdy, into nerdy stuff. You liked, well, Renaissance fairs. That's enough to like call you a nerd. Back then, you were just the misfit. And that's why the guild was started. It was just a group of people who were kind of outsiders, and it formed a family and a place to belong with other like-minded people.
Being cool project.
You don't know anything about that.
No, never been cool in my life.
None of it.
That's why we're here. Hi, my name is Shadow, and I am the pack leader of Ruin in the Wild. I wanted to join the Wild when I was 13, and I had to wait to be 18 to join. So for 5 years, I kind of pestered the crap out of Queenie on MySpace until I got in. And it was just, there was something about it that screamed that this was the family for me.
I want you to feel heard. It's like a monarchy, but a democracy. Everybody's voice is important in this group to me. And if the majority of the group decided something I came up with was wrong, it would not be done.
There's a lot of aspects of leadership that she does really well. I would say primarily it's leading from the front. She's not someone who tells you to do something, more as she's someone who will do it and have you join her. It's a lot of there's motivation in seeing the person who you look up to doing the stuff that you should also be doing.
She doesn't ask us to do anything that she's not going to do herself. She's just willing to be one of us rather than above us.
I was like, man, I need you to be the worst person to like find my.
Yeah, that was a really good group shot.
I'm a kind of a chaotic person, and as soon as the paint goes on, the personality remains, but there's also a aspect to the character that's a bit darker, and I think the paint helps that because it helps me to feel more intimidating, where normally the person I am would be much more outgoing and friendly.
Wow, it's definitely made me more confident. I said before, it's easier to be Mania in front of people, but some of Mania has bled into Kim. And so now I feel more comfortable talking with people and approaching people and doing things like talking on the phone that are still petrifying, but now I can channel some Mania and be on the phone and survive it rather than be a sweaty, nervous mess.
I suggest to everybody to play the villain. And you would hear Oscar-winning actors and actresses say the same thing. It's so much more fun. When you're playing the hero, you're cut and dry, it sometimes feels like. Now, mind you, there's lots of films out there where that's not the case. Where the morally gray, the anti-hero always seems to be the popular one, you know? And that's because that morally gray area is a little more human. Sometimes I feel like I need to work with a partner because it helps me keep motivated on those days that you're feeling really unmotivated. I love writing, I really do, but it's a whole different mindset, you're alone. It's a solitary art form. Yeah, I like that team environment a little bit more. I feel like stronger in a, let's all do this, you know, let's make something great.
Vad varmt ser noble musehi, vin in vagis mubevaisi, luf mi pas good vest fidemis, vierva sopun vaimt, vierva sopun vaimt, vierva sopun vaimt. So it was created by members, it was translated by members, and it's meant to capture the spirit of being a wild and being alone, but being part of the group. So that first line that I did the English and the Zebrick, it's walking in darkness all alone. But at the end, it's talking, we are the wild. We are a family, essentially. So you're not walking alone anymore, you're walking with your comrades.